Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to the Confederate Republic here in Empire Total War and the Brothers vs. Brothers mod. It is still 1861, I'm not quite sure which month, but it is at the end of our turn, where last episode we captured St. Louis. Let's see what the AI is going to do next. Well, they burned down some industrial buildings in the eastern territories, it looks like. I wish I was in Dixie. It's a popular song in this period about these southern states. Lots of talk about the word Dixie for this episode's historical context. I just tried to use my arrow keys to move. Been playing a bunch of Company of Heroes, as you guys know. Yep, there's that burned down iron workshop. Only 180 to repair, and we've got over 9,000 actually. I'll build a state house here in Kentucky, and then let's do a governor's barracks in Nashville. That'll give us a good troop recruiting center. Virginia is safe for now, but 3,000 to replenish our army right there. So you know what? I'm going to cancel that military construction for now. This army is made up of mostly volunteers. We could probably fix that. Let's do some more. Here we go. Confederate line infantry. That definitely beats the volunteer infantry, I think. Where's that? Oh, nope. That's just more of the same. We do have the Irish Brigade. I'll get a few of those. And Confederate sharpshooters. Howitzers, light horse artillery, and 24-pounder howitzer. That's a solid amount of recruitment for this turn. I think once those are complete, I'm going to send a few of these extra volunteer units west, but there are a good number of Union troops just to our north, of course, around Washington, D.C. Should I start scouting with my western armies? That's my next question for myself here. They have no actual general. I'll go ahead and move them just a bit. I might cancel that state house construction as well. Yeah, we'll cancel that for now.
Sir.
Alright, General Jackson is there. I'll swap them in a second. Let's use our additional money out west in Texas to recruit our next Confederate general. Louisiana-born American military officer. I wonder if that's our last named general. General T. Beauregard. Okay. I'm going to swap these volunteer units here and our general.
March!
Get Jackson added to this army. A third cannon too. Not bad.
Anything more?
And they could use, let's see, 4 more units, it looks like.
Forward, march!
I'll bring over some volunteers and then some cavalry. Oop, there we go.
Yes, sir.
I think the rest are going to go west.
Forward, march!
Okay. It's a quiet turn for now. You know what? I think I'm going to strike out against this northern raiding party too. Need to watch out for these Union volunteers in the western part of Kentucky though.
Ah! Easy prey.
Can't quite reach them this turn. Let's end it here. What are the Union states up to? That's a long turn. I guess that makes sense. They are the other primary faction in the game. Ah, look at that. They have marched around our army, and they're making a strike at Frankfort, Kentucky. Thankfully, our army is able to reinforce, but we're going to have to hold the line until they can get there. Got Union German Rangers and some Union engineers. Let's fight it out. Okay, now even though we only have 2 units, we have a good-sized army to back us up. The first thing I want to do is look and see where their deployment is. Okay. That's the edge of our deployment. That's theirs over there. I'm going to garrison this house right here. And then wait for reinforcements. Here we go. There's the Union. And here come the Confederate reinforcements. I should be able to press really quickly to reinforce these guys.
Infantry reporting. Hoorah!
And it looks like they have noticed my incoming reinforcements. I want the first 2 units in the field here. And then the next one goes left. Let's just push really hard here, guys. Not give them a chance to form up and get into a fight. I'm just going to press, press, press.
Orders understood. Moving out. Orders. Orders understood. Following orders.
Okay. Let's get all of these guys marching to join from the other side. And that should be a pretty fast fight, I think. Form up, men. Form up. Ooh, where are you guys going so fast? Yeah, the Union does get bigger units of militia, so I'm gonna have to wear them down here quickly. Down to 177. They are hitting hard. Aha! All of the Union soldiers are firing at our one Confederate militia right here, the 6th Regiment. That's why they're taking so many losses. And now they're finally spreading their fire out. Definitely taking some hits though, man. Left flank. Rebel charge. Ooh, they're charging right towards us. You guys, get back here. And we have one. I'm going to run these guys down for just a minute. Try and finish off this unit entirely. Cavalry. Come in and mop up. All infantry. Hold your fire. "12 men left in this Union regiment. I'm going to let them go. As for these guys, though, the German Rangers, I'm gonna have to thin them out some before I let them get away. Ooh! Was that a landmine? Does this mod have landmines? I don't even know. Oh, the engineers, I bet it was. A devastating hit on our cavalry. Well played, engineers. Okay, well, it's time for some rage mop up here. I don't think many of these guys are going to make it off the battlefield after that stunt. Still 40 men left, though. And now 34. This is a foregone conclusion, so let's just speed things up. Wow, a close victory. The Union deployed 510, lost 485, but did kill 266 of us. Top kills, Confederate militia, probably the one on the far left. And their attempt to take Frankfort, Kentucky is most definitely stopped. Okay. Start things off for this turn. Let's repair. No? The workshop is already repaired. It's just still smoking. I'll build that state house and then replenish this army for 898. Some recruitment in Virginia and West Texas. Now for Virginia, I was going to swap some of my weaker units here.
Make ready. March.
There's one more Irish brigade to come, so those two will be part of this army. And then,
Make ready.
let's see. Gonna take 3 of these units to go west.
Waiting
Just-
for your orders.
Our fancy line infantry, and then our 2 volunteer units there.
Yes, sir.
And then sharpshooters and the 32-pound howitzer.
Immediately.
We'll join them in Richmond.
Ready and awaiting orders.
Okay, volunteers, west you go.
Men,
Let's go right for Kentucky. I think it's time for some economic improvements too. What can I build that will really get some income going? Well, farms help for one thing, and they're pretty cheap. How is the global value of cotton right now? There we go. Cotton is worth 20. Sugar is actually worth more. Oh wait, it's either cotton or tobacco for this farm. Tobacco is worth just a bit more. I'll build that. 1,500. And then some more farms, and yeah, this iron workshop is probably safe, but ooh, way down here we have a silver mine. I'll build that instead. Anybody else need some farms? Farms, farms, farms. Yeah. One more farm right there. Okay, we have our general constructed, or I guess recruited here.
Forward for crown
Heading
and
north with some
country.
volunteers. And then, what else do you guys need?
Ready for orders.
Cannons. You could really use some cannons. I can't afford cannons. And now I can. 12-pound howitzer.
Make ready.
I'm going to have you guys duck across the border into the Kansas territory and burn down this gold mine. I really can't see much in the Kansas territory though, and I don't have any agents to spy it out. Upper Texas, you could actually go for a farm. There you go. St. Louis is secure for now, but it looks like we've got a Union army gathering just to the east and also one to the northwest. They're pretty spread out right now, though.
Sir, your orders?
I might send these guys actually... should they go east or west? I mean, we've got less troops out west.
By the left. March.
I'll keep them going west for now. Jackson, Mississippi. You guys have a cannon and some volunteers. I'll send the cannon up to Kentucky to join this army because they don't actually have any artillery right now. I think I'll actually leave one unit of volunteers at Jackson just to garrison it in case of a surprise Union attack. Looking at the minimap here, we've actually taken a solid chunk out of the Union states. But out west here, we're still spread really thin. I think my plan's going to be, guys, I want to hold the line at St. Louis and at Kentucky and at Richmond, and then make a hard push with hopefully 2 armies into the Kansas territory, up to Nebraska, and then Minnesota. Historically, the Confederacy was interested in possibly Mexico, maybe Cuba, and these new or newer Western territories. I think that actually works out historically and strategically. Let's end this turn for now. Oh yeah, look at that. We have the month up here in the top left. So this is June. 1861, let's go for July. Still June, it looks like. I guess these turns are 2 per month. Rifled musket. So these are actually being deployed right now in this period of the Civil War, but they're actually not being used correctly. Generals are still wanting to use traditional line infantry tactics when the longer range and accuracy of rifled muskets it means that they really should have been changing things up compared to previous methods. Alright, that Union militia has formed up and is making a cut into Kentucky again. We're going to march out just a bit.
Men, anything more? Forward.
And keep that replenishment going. For economic upgrades this turn, I think I'm going to do the industrial mining complex for the iron mine. Some clearances for the farms. What else? I think out west I need some more recruiting options, so do a great arsenal. Jeb Stewart. I'm going to recruit him from West Texas and send him east. I'll have him command the army in Kentucky, but it's going to take him months to get there. And we'll do some more farms there.
Sir. Troops! Forward! Forward! More orders? March!
How are things looking in Cheyenne? Ooh, they're looking quite undefended. This war might be over pretty quickly here, guys. This aggression is working out really, really well for us. The Union is having to be completely reactionary, and their options aren't great. General Pickard, with some very nice looking units here in Virginia. I bet they're going right for that farm.
Yes, sir.
Should these guys keep going to Kentucky, or should they wait? Yeah, that's a tough one. Tell you what, you guys hold here.
Yes.
Just for one more turn. Let's see what this guy's up to. That is a sizable army. And just to keep the Union on their toes, General Jackson, let's do an auto-resolve against this army right here.
We shall triumph. Virtue and valor unconquered.
Alright, we lost 354. And basically wiped out the Union militia.
We can't do that, sir.
I always forget how
Sir.
low the movement is, though.
Orders?
St. Louis is pretty upset politically. They're not well defended right
Make
now
ready.
either. It's going to cost us another 1,300 in gold to completely replenish that army, but I'm going to keep those economic upgrades going for now. Play it a bit risky, and for the long term. In Virginia, though, no movements for now. Everyone just hold the line and see what this army's going to do. And you know what?
Sir.
Let's go ahead and just take
Orders.
Cheyenne.
Attack!
Should be a good skirmish, but I think the odds are in our favor. Okay, guys, this definitely looks like the Midwest. Lots of nothing to murder each other over. I'm gonna actually split up my troops here. See, unit or group number 1. And then group number 2. I'll try and hit them from 2 sides and keep their lines in disarray. There we go. They're right in the center. I'm also going to go for a slow march. Don't want to get tired before the fight. And it looks like they're going to be forming up right and left as well. Oh, my troops are having to cross around these log barriers right here. Wait, they found a hole. Pour through, men, pour through. And here comes the first unit turning. That's a pretty cool shift right there. Looks very organized. Unusual for this game. Come on, men, form up. Getting shot in the back. There we go, shots out. This unit is kind of alone. I might try and break them here in a second. Here we go, forming up on both sides of the road right there. Pretty close here. And there's the cavalry charge. All units charge in. And they are broken. Cavalry. Ooh. They saw us coming. Let's cut our losses and fall back just a bit. We're gonna get hit by our own fire here too. Their commanding officer is down. Probably just the commander of the local militia. Move in, men. Across the road. That's a lot of units breaking right there. Gotta get the cavalry ready to charge in and mop up. Let's hit that unit that's still fighting from behind. Give them a nice cavalry charge right in the back. They actually got boxed in really quickly here. Getting a bit of crossfire, but an effective attack either way. Rebel yell. Oh no, this charge is going all the way in. All elements. What is this, Arma? All units. Hold your fire. And so, the mop-up begins here, and then Cheyenne belongs to the Confederacy. The Confederacy deployed 2,400 troops and only lost 82. The Union deployed 1,000 troops, and it looks like they lost all of them. Top kills, Confederate cavalry, and then of course our volunteer infantry. Cheyenne, welcome to the Confederate Republic. Let's see, that's $250 to repair. Can't afford it, but look at that. That's a nice chunk of territory. And now, we can see Iowa and Minnesota's capital. A small army there, and hello, General Sherman. Question is, do we march for the Nebraska territory or Iowa and Minnesota next?
Ready for
Have to see how that pans out.
forward march. Harvesting supplies.
Okay. Wow, we are down to 3 gold. This turn is definitely over. Enemy raid in Virginia. As I expected, they burned the farm down. It is now July of 1861. The war erupts. Sounds like in this month of July, there was a lot of push from the Confederate public that supported the war to make aggressive moves before their troops were even really trained. That definitely seems accurate to our campaign here. We are pushing very aggressively. St. Louis is safe, but what is this unit doing right here? Unit of cavalry marching right past St. Louis.
Waiting order.
And they're going to get away with it because I actually can't catch up. Unless I pull my cavalry out right here.
Swine to the slaughter.
There we go.
Virtue and valor unconquered. March!
They had just made it across the river before I put a stop to that. What is this Union force right here doing?
Make ready. We are triumphant.
Only 95 troops lost on that auto-resolve,
By the left.
and back they go.
March!
233 to replenish. And where's our cannons
Yes,
for that
sir.
army? Still coming up, it looks like.
Forward! For crown and country!
I'm actually completely full on my recruitment allotment for those cannons. Hampton's Legion, irregular cavalry. General Mosby. I'm going to actually recruit him because my general out west here is going to take forever to get east. Jeb Stewart, whose actual name, of course, is James, but gotta love those initials. James E.B. Stewart.
Forward! Any further orders?
I can't afford the... what is this? Military Academy. No, Army Board. Huh. I might want to save some money for that for next turn. Here we go. I'll do a 2,000 gold upgrade.
Sir.
That's pretty
Orders?
safe. It's way behind our lines at this point.
Make ready.
Sir.
March!
Well, General, you're not costing us too much per turn. I might leave you out here to
Waiting
be
for
our
your
second general to command our western armies. I'm gonna hold on to what we have for now, though, and replenish where needed.
Sir. Your orders?
Definitely don't like this build-up around DC, though.
Sir.
Make ready. March! Ready for orders.
I wonder, could I actually attack this army without all of DC reinforcing?
Forward! Any further orders? For
We'll head
crown
out
and
just a bit
country!
and find out.
Your humble servant.
You guys keep heading west. There's the crossing right there.
Forward! For crown and country!
Yeah, head for Cheyenne, and we'll meet up with our army back there. Lots of gains for the Confederacy again. We do have a bit more time left, so let's do some building, some recruiting, and just roll through some turns here. Workers' riot in St. Louis. Oh, gotta repair that for 1800 now.
Sir.
The army wasn't quite on it
Orders?
to restore order.
Sir. Men!
We'll fix that first. July of 1861, Part 2. A signal system. The Army's talking flags was invented by a U.S. Army surgeon, Major Meyer, in the 1850s, and it's adopted by the U.S. Army in 1860. That's kind of neat. To encrypt the flag signals, a signal disk is made of either brass or cardboard, and then, of course, you can align the code, but you have to have that disk to be able to interpret the flag signals. Path blocked.
Sir. Your orders?
Another Union militia hanging out in Kentucky.
Easy, Ray.
Back with you.
Your humble servant.
More recruitment, including our general and our extra cavalry in Mississippi. Let's build up our state house there as well. Oh wait, that's Louisiana. Mississippi. You guys actually already have your state house, but you also have our troops. You guys march on up to Frankfort, Kentucky. Ooh, I almost forgot about these guys. Battered group of Union militia making a push towards Jackson. I'm gonna recruit a nice set of line infantry, some more volunteers, and some Terry's Texas Rangers to help defend Jackson, Mississippi from those invaders. That means that I'm now also still unable to afford the Army Board. So I'll repair Cheyenne's capital instead.
Sir. Your orders?
Alright. We'll get our general up here at Cheyenne to join his army. And they're still replenishing as well. You guys are heading west. Gotta avoid the temptation to build anything else because I am trying to get that army board built here in West Texas. There's so many things I could build though, it's tempting. Let's check on my advisors. Let's see if I can kick my Minister of Justice out. There we go. That gets us some extra repression thanks to our new Attorney General. Awesome.
Yes. Forward. Orders.
Cannon march on. Taxes are as low as they will go, and still, there's a few territories that aren't super happy right now. How about foreign nations? France is not happy with us, which makes sense. They are allied with the USA. Haiti, how about you guys? Will you trade? I will offer 1,000 for that. Of my construction money. No. Now, Great Britain is friendly. To me, are they interested in an alliance? Not right now, but I bet if I were to take, say... not Nebraska Territory or Iowa and Minnesota, because I want those territories, but if I were to capture, say, Chicago, and offer it to the British as a trade for a alliance, they might go for that. For now, though, let's head on to August of 1861. The Southern Blockade. Looks like in this month, the plans to blockade the Confederacy were begun in the north. And an influx of Union State chaplains were called out, commissioned in accordance with the provisions of the Articles of War. New port emerges. Okay. Wait, can I build a shipyard? I'll spend the 1,200 and find out. I don't think this mod has naval units though. That's our recruitment in Mississippi. I'll build up maybe... I think I'll build just a few more units here. I'll do some volunteers and Mosby's Raiders, Dragoons, and we'll strike out at this Union force that's trying to get south. Cut them off.
Sir. Men. Yes. Forward. Sir.
There we go.
Orders.
Our army now has a general.
Ready and awaiting orders.
I thought it had a cannon too. There's our cannon. At long last, I'm gonna start building that army board. What else can we do here? I'm looking for buildings that just straight up generate money.
Your humble servant.
Replenish you guys. Cannons head on up.
Ready for order.
General head on up.
Fight!
You know, guys, I wonder if I could strike out from Kentucky and take Chicago. Just cross the river right here. And, like I mentioned earlier, trade that for an alliance with the British. That's a daring move, but hey, this has been a campaign of aggression. Except here in the DC area, where things are looking a little bit risky because of our lack of action. Lots of troop buildups.
At the ready.
Alright, General Lee, back to Richmond.
Sir.
Mark.
It might be time to turn this army into a second army for the East. I think we can hold the line for one more turn though, so let's spend the last of our cash on some building that will actually get us some guaranteed income. Is there any building that hasn't been built that I could trade with? Yes. Either tobacco or cotton. We'll go with one more tobacco warehouse or plantation. And yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap things up for this episode. I did run into a couple of crashes during today's battles that made this recording session last a lot longer than it should have, so we'll have to end things just a few minutes early. Hopefully those crashes don't get any worse, because this is definitely a lot of fun and we're making some significant progress. Okay, economic money spent. Next turn, our next goal is to build up a second army in Virginia and possibly look at that strike on Chicago. For now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.